This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by the Illogical Sense Podcast.
While I was away, there was a rumor going around that I had conformed to the godforsaken beings known as Dub Nation. Let's get one thing clear. My Facebook was hacked. I didn't see it for a while. Case closed. Brendan was behind it because I was giving him a whole bunch of crap like I said I was going to do before I left. In other words, I ain't no damn Warriors fan. Laker gang over here. You know, we ain't ever blown no 3-1 lead in the finals.
Yo. This is episode 8 of the Illogical Sense Podcast. We did this for 8 straight weeks, people. 8 weeks. I'm hella fucking proud of myself. So, you know, I've been doing this for 8 weeks. So, for the past few weeks, I've had Ivana by my side. But Ivana couldn't come today. So, he's back.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy JC No Hunters,
JC No Hunters!
Fuzzy Slippers.
Fuzzy Slippers. Why'd you call yourself that?
AKA diehard Laker gang member.
Laker gang member. He's been gone for a few weeks because, you know, he's at training camp filming for the Raiders and shit like that. So,
yep.
How's it been? How the Raiders looking? I've been watching preseason because, you know, it's fucking preseason. So, what's been going on? How y'all been looking?
It's confidential.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can't talk about it. But from what I've seen, y'all okay. Yeah, y'all can't talk about it, but okay.
But it was fun. Like I could tell you what was going on around the football field.
Yeah.
So we were in training camp obviously in Napa for a month. It was cool the first 2 weeks. After a while, you want to go back home and sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, you see like you're getting homesick, kind of.
I wasn't really homesick. I just missed my own bed.
Hell yeah, of course.
Dope thing is guy. I forgot his last name. Dude on the Food Network.
Oh, I know the crazy guy, dude. I know you talking about the crazy hair. Forgot his name.
Well, come to find out, him and Marcel Reese are real close. So, guy came over and cooked us dinner on a Friday night.
I saw that.
And I don't know if y'all ever had anything. It's called OOOUUU chicken.
Hula what?
The way they make it, like OOOUUU chicken.
How's that taste?
It's crack. Like, that's the best way to put it. It's crack. So he
made crack for the football players.
Yeah,
huh?
like he put it in the line and everybody was eating. And then literally I saw my little homie catch the itis like Instantly? 2 minutes after he ate it.
Just passed
he
out
started
on the table?
He started falling asleep.
How much did he eat? How many plates?
We were all on the first plate.
It was a big ass plate?
So then what happened was I went back to go get seconds because I was like, man, this is good. I'm taking to-go box up I'm not going to wait on snack for a few hours. I'm going to use this as snack. So we go out, and I guess they ran out of chicken, so we had to wait another 25 minutes.
Yeah, you had to wait for the chicken with your black ass.
Yeah, and so then you had, so it was me, Nate Allen, Khalil Mack, and then Crab. We were all in line, and I was like, y'all had the chicken yet? And it was like, nah, that's why we waiting in line. We ain't getting none of this. And I told him straight up, I was like, yo, when you eat this, like, you're going to have to go to your room and make sure you eat this because it's going to knock you out.
Damn.
I was like, it's got 7 of the 17 total itises that you could catch.
17?
And Khalil looked at me. He goes, 7 of them? And I was like, yeah, dog. And he goes, oh, yeah, I need that chicken. And sure enough, I went and ate the chicken. I fell asleep right when I got back in the room.
As soon as you bit one bite.
It was crack. Period.
Crack rock.
So that was cool. And then obviously we were traveling.
I saw you were just, man.
Yeah, so we went to Arizona and then Green Bay. I saw my little homie. Shout out Devontae Adams. Known the young cat since he was shorter than me, which was many, many moons ago.
Many moons,
But yeah, so we got to do that. I miss being in my own bed, dude. We were in 3 different hotels in the span of 6 days.
That's just preseason.
Yeah. We're getting ready for the regular season.
3
more weeks. Other than that, it was cool. Like, it was typical training camp.
You missed me on the podcast?
Not really.
Well, fuck you then.
I kept tabs though. I'm proud of y'all. I ain't miss being here, but I'm proud of y'all.
Wow. Okay. Well, you missed being in the music video. You missed,
I saw.
Yeah, you missed Ivana.
I saw that.
Walking around. You missed Anonymous painting up houses and shit.
Yeah. How many video awards y'all gonna get off of that?
I don't know, man. My cameo is gonna be like a good 5 seconds, but hey, man, it's like the best cameo. I gave Anonymous the hardest dap ever.
You was just standing there, just staring at him for like a good 10 seconds first, and then
because he had to write down what he had to give me. Then he had to dap me up. You know,
you look so uninterested. Like, why am I in this trap house? Why am I here?
I had to play the tough big nigga, man.
The only drugs I got in my house are Tylenol. That's exactly how you look.
Nigga, no one knows that.
Ivana stole the show.
Well, I guess, we can't tell you how the video looked. They're still editing the video.
Yeah,
so.
I've seen parts of the edit. Shout out to Anonymous, man. That's the homie right there.
And homeboy Red from Stay Tuned. Or Pixel.
Yeah.
Pixel.
Shout out to everybody. I'm excited to see the final product.
Oh, we all are. I want to see my shit. See all the cameos and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So you missed a few reviews for some albums.
I did.
You missed Ray Sremmurd and the PARTYNEXTDOOR and shit like that.
Yeah. So Ray Sremmurd.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it last week when I was talking to Ivana about Ray Sremmurd.
So SremmLife 2. I gave the first one a really solid 4 out of 5.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I love that album. This one, it's kind of like a little minor step backwards, but it was still good overall. I liked what they brought pretty much the same energy. They just tried a couple different things, and some hit, some didn't. Yeah. I still give it a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it overall. There's still 2 or 3 good records that are gonna be blasted all over the radio.
Of course,
they're gonna be added to their signature sound.
It's not gonna be like how the first one was. Though.
No. But I will say the one with Lil Jon, Tear the Roof.
Oh yeah.
And then even though I don't listen to Kodak Black, the one they had with him.
Oh yeah.
I like that joint. And then of course, By Chance, that's my jam. Like, I'm blessed with that since it dropped. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but overall, I mean, I still Ray Sremmurd. I like them guys, man.
We all like them. And then
they keep it turning.
And then we had PARTYNEXTDOOR or P3. And I told Ivana.
You mean Kick Back Around the Block?
Kick Back Around the Block. That's the
I don't refer to PARTYNEXTDOOR by PARTYNEXTDOOR. He
is Kick Back Around the Block.
He lost his privilege of being called that because he digresses and pretty much he just digresses and digresses. At this point, when you're going into a third project, we should know what to expect from you. Maybe even challenge yourself. And he
gave a bunch of views throwaways.
Yeah, pretty much is what it is. Like
I didn't, like I said, like Ivana liked it, because she's a female. Of course, she's gonna like it. I said I told her this last week, and I'm gonna tell you, only track I'm feeling is the first one.
Yeah.
And then because it was 7 minutes, but it went by like nothing. I liked how it sounded in the mood. Then after that,
it gave a real like nice, sexy vibe. Like this is something I can play for. Not something I can play for the female player. I could play with a young lady or something like that, and then it just transitions trash after that.
No, it just
don't sugarcoat it. Let's not sugar. It's trash. It's garbage. Let's call it what it is.
I've heard trash. That's not trash. It's just
mediocre.
You need
to clean your ears out,
dude. It's shuffle music. You can
obviously haven't heard trash in a while because
I don't listen to trash.
Well, this is why you can't comprehend what it is. It's trash. Let's call it what it is, man.
Like I said, I told Ivana this. I'm gonna tell you this. It's like as soon as you get to the second track, you can just put the whole album on shuffle. And you won't tell the difference at all. At all.
I'll be honest with you. Once I hit the 4th track, I just started skimming. I gave every other track like 45-second samples. After that, I was like, this isn't even like
not even
whatever.
Worth it.
I got through it, but after that, I was like, I'll never play this damn thing ever again in my life.
Well, pretty much what happened. Well, we could just before we get to Frank Ocean, we should talk about the album that came out last week, Tory Lanez, and you feel he's the Canadian that dropped the best album out of Canada this year. In your opinion?
I feel like it. Definitely feel like
what was it called? Told You. I Told You. I listened to the album once, and at first I was kind of turned off by it because I saw 28 tracks. But apparently the skits are separated from the whole, from that songs and shit like that to tell an overall story and the whole atmosphere that Tory gave for it. It was pretty much the R&B version of Good Kid, Mad City. Just the whole concept of it, because
Yeah.
he was telling his life story and shit like that.
I think it was more so along the lines of the Red album, where Dre did like a skit like every 2 or 3 tracks, but it was kind of like narrating everything.
Yeah.
I kind of felt it was. I get where you're coming from. I know you're not saying it's like
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City. I know that's what you're not saying.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying is
you know
he told
me.
his life story, but I feel like with Good Kid, Mad City, that was like a day in Compton, whereas this was like a lead up from the time he was 16 all the way to, the announcement of the second single. It was just reminding me more of the Red album in terms of that scenario, but I'll buy the Good Kid, Mad City comparison because I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, and like he had some dope tracks on there, like Flex. Flex was dope.
Flex is dope. The Dream, I love. That's my favorite song off the album. I like that.
4 a.m. Flex was dope.
Yep.
Cold Hard Love. Like everything about the album, to me, it's just like there were some minor setbacks at the beginning track. That shit went on for way
I feel like
too long.
I feel like I agree with you with that with the gripe about how many tracks are on there.
Yeah,
because when I first saw 28, I was like, wait, what? What's going on? And then I saw the skits. So my whole thing was if he could have just dwindled it down to 16 tracks and put those skits within,
together.
Yeah.
That was when because the shit leaked out like a few weeks.
The track list only had like 14 or 15.
And they had like all the skits were on there together.
Right.
And I remember when I got turned on to Tory Lanez by Most, and I think it was you, Most, and Chang put me on to Tory Lanez, and I was like, "He from Canada?" He's like, "Yeah, he from Canada and shit." Yeah. And I was like, "Huh."
It was the All That track.
Yeah, the All That. Yeah, and I got that from the Confidential album. What was that? What was that mixtape called?
Oh my
Chinks
god.
Tape.
Yeah,
Chinks Tape 2. Yeah, that whole album, that whole mixtape, like he always impressed me. But I don't think the only thing I kind of didn't like was when he was always going after Drake. But now I kind of understand why he's going after Drake. He's baiting his ass. He wants Drake to go after him. Now we'll get to Mr. Aubrey Graham later on, but
I feel like this is what View should have sounded like.
Pretty much to an extent.
In the sense of like not necessarily that he should have spilled his life. We know his life story.
I feel the next album he should call Arbery. That's what the next album should be called for Drake.
His next album, he should just try to focus on making it good first before he creates a title.
But we'll get to that later.
But I feel like this is what Views should have sounded like in terms of there was an overall theme. He obviously didn't need as many skits, but it just would have been.
And
nice
he didn't have no features either. He carried the whole shit by himself.
Yeah.
I give him props for that. He didn't have no rappers.
That's rare. That's rare.
In a debut album, he had no features.
Yeah.
He may not go platinum like J. Cole, but
he can at least say he did it on his own.
He did it on his own with no features, no nothing.
I really enjoyed this record. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, I listened to it the first time and I was like, okay, I like this because it told like the whole story and everything. So yeah, shout out to Tory Lanez. He may not sell that much in his opening week because
I prefer that honestly. I'm at a point in my life now where the numbers just
don't matter no more.
They're numbers,
of course.
Because I'll be real with you. I don't care who I offend at this point. It's just the market's saturated by idiots.
Niggas are idiots.
Yeah, so idiots buy that stuff. Like, I don't care.
Or stream it, because niggas don't buy physical copies no more.
Thank you. Yeah. So to me, when you're like, oh, he sold such and such, I'm like, all right.
Who cares?
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. So did Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So that just leads us all into the return.
The return.
The return of Frank Ocean.
Frankie Ocean.
Franklin Ocean. Christopher, what's his name? Christopher Borax?
Bra. I just say bra.
Bra. Like Brock. Brock! Nah.
Bra.
But, he gave us, because I remember when you went to training camp.
Yeah,
you
it was supposed to come out that weekend.
You were willing to leave training camp to come back to my house to do the review for the album.
And I was like, I text you, I was like, yeah, I'm staying up here.
Yeah, I was mad because, everyone was looking at the New York Post thinking it was gonna happen, and it didn't happen. So, and I was psyching myself up, listening to Channel Orange and Nostalgia Ultra back to back, thinking, trying to psych myself up. And then, I kind of just like, what, he'll drop it when he drops it. And, just when you least expect it, it came out of nowhere like an RKO.
Yeah.
But he crept up on you. First it was when? When did the first one, the visual drop? On Thursday?
Endless dropped on...
When did I send you that text?
Endless dropped on, like, late Thursday night, early Friday morning.
Yeah, it was late Thursday. That's when it was the visual album for Endless.
And I didn't watch it because we had the game.
Yeah, and it was 40, and the whole shit was 45 minutes. And
I was
he purposely made that shit a visual album.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was like, well, visually it was creative. I liked how it was, and apparently, from what the director said, he said the original cut because he's like, if you guys haven't seen the visual video, he builds stairs and shit like that. He literally goes and builds.
He's trying to build an endless staircase
to heaven. Yeah. That's what it was. He was building a staircase to heaven.
And at the end, where that screen goes like all
when
that
it gets all
distorted, and
it
color,
goes right back
starts
to the beginning.
over. That's pretty much him. What he's basically saying is,
it's endless.
Yeah,
it's endless. You know, but
I could make you sit through another 45 minutes.
But the original cut, according to what the director said, the original cut of that was 150 hours. Yeah. 150 hours, and he said that was the original cut. That's what he wanted. So I was just like, you know, I get
Frank. Yeah, well, that's not original cut. That's just the live stream.
The live stream, I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
It's not an original cut. He just was gonna put the live stream up
and just condensed it to 45 minutes. You know, I didn't know if it was a live stream. I don't know how they did this or how they filmed it, but it was. I give it an A for creativity. Now the music itself, at first, I had to listen to it because I like visuals. Don't get me wrong, but I was expecting him to drop it on Apple Music separately as a separate track. Yeah. No, he purposely kept it a visual. Like, you had to literally sit there and watch it. So, you know, the internet had to separate all the tracks and shit like that. But, like, when you listen to it, how he had that At Your Best, you know,
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I've loved it since he dropped it last year.
Yeah, during the Aaliyah shit.
Okay, time out, but we'll get in a little time out real quick. I just want to emphasize the importance of the craftsmanship of making a great song. This is the third time I've heard this particular song sung by a different artist, and it still sounds great. The Isley Brothers obviously created this song.
Aaliyah.
And then Aaliyah covered it in 94, and then Frank covered it last year. It sounds wonderful no matter who you give it to. Well, obviously, you can't just give it to anybody. But that's rare, where you get 3 different renditions, and all of them sound amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just want people to really appreciate the creativity in making and what actually goes through with songwriting. Because I feel like too many people, they're just focused on, you know, now today's day and age, it's all about the social media age. So it's just about music that gets created for Vine. Like, it's something that only keeps your attention for 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you pay attention to this song throughout until it ends. Start to end.
Start to end. And especially how he constructed it and shit like
so
that.
when Endless started, I was like, man, I hope At Your Best comes up, and as soon as I finished saying that, the song started, and I was like, I'm sold. All right, you have my attention now.
But it was kind of annoying at first because we had to actually watch it. You can't even like go through tracks and shit. We had to actually.
Well, it's probably annoying for you because you didn't know what to expect. When everybody
knew what to expect.
When everybody told me it was the visual album, then my mind was already like.
I put visual album when I
but I think you were expecting to have the album with it.
Yeah.
So you could listen to the album first, then watch it. I think that's what you were expecting. When everybody told me it was a visual album that dropped, I was like, okay, cool. So I purposely made time for it.
Because I was thinking it was going to be something like how Beyonce did it, how separate videos for every song. Nah, he made one long-ass shit, you know, of him constructing shit.
Yep.
But the whole album itself, like, it had to grow on me because I never really got to because with Frank Ocean, when both albums dropped, I had to literally sit down and really listen to it. You know what I mean?
I had no issue with that either.
You know, I had to literally sit down and listen to it. I listened to Endless first, and I was stuck on it. Because it was just like the mood of the music and shit like that. And there was one song in particular, and Frank is not even singing on it, but it was called In Here Somewhere. And I don't know, the song...
It's how the sounds come together.
How the songs come together, how he produced it. And it just sounds like, I hear somebody, like I'm surprised no rapper has jumped over it yet. Somebody knows who I'm talking about. But
Wave Rider.
No, not him. No, not him. I'm telling somebody to jump on it. I've been telling that person for a while. As soon as I heard it,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but like the song, if you can hear it, y'all can hear it. But it's just really good, very good, and it gets me in a trance. And Frank Ocean is just he's a very talented dude, man. So like, what were your highlights from Endless?
Obviously, At Your Best. I liked hearing Sampha and Jasmine Sullivan pop up on Alabama. I was shocked to hear that.
Yeah,
I pleasantly shocked too.
I like UNITY. That was
in here somewhere. Obviously, UNITY was a good one.
And Rushes 2 was my shit. That was really really cool. But I really really liked it. I was stuck on this, and when Blonde dropped, I had to literally say, I was like, yeah, Blonde can wait because I still gotta digest this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. especially how it just ended. I was kind of looking for like the end credits outro.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about? That was end, but no one ripped it. So I don't know. Frank will probably put it up soon, like the audio and all that.
Yeah, because we obviously have the rip versions at this point.
Yeah, everyone does at this point because no one's gonna.
I think I have the wrong rip version though. Because
How so?
My first track is only like 23 seconds.
And then mine's 23 seconds. Yeah, device control 23 seconds. And
but like I went and saw the actual track.
It's like 7 minutes.
Yeah,
9 minutes.
But then I went back and looked at it, and at the back end, the last song is only supposed to be like 4 or 5 minutes, and then it's a 9-minute track on here. So I was like, oh, I think they just combined it.
They combined it pretty much. That's what they did. But yeah, Frank, like that was the first one, and apparently it was just revealed today. Sources said that Endless was his last album on Def Jam.
That makes sense.
It was his last contract album with Def Jam. It counted as an album because it had all the credits and all that. So it's his last album with Def Jam.
I like that.
So because Blonde or Blondie
is
Blondie
Boys
Don't Cry, aka Boys Don't Cry, however you want to call it. That was his independent label, Boys Don't Cry, because he released it twice. I guess he released it with the magazine, which is a whole different version. So what were your thoughts about Blonde?
Initially, I was fearful because I got through it and I was driving back from work. And it wasn't what I expected. And a lot of it kind of just...
Because you were so used to Channel Orange and so used to listening how he used to be.
And so a lot of it just kind of played through. And I remember texting you. And I was like, I hope it's just the fact that I'm just extremely exhausted. Yeah. Because I don't know how to feel about this right now. But, you know, certain artists I give the benefit of the doubt once you've given me reason. Yeah,
because Frank Ocean, you have to just sit back and listen to, because his last few records, even Endless, was kind of straight and to the point, kind of to an extent. Blonde, you gotta have to, like, just how Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City and other albums of that nature, you have to sit back and really digest everything that he's singing, the music, everything about it.
So I took the next 3 days, including today. And then finally today, like each listen was getting better, but then today everything kind of just clicked.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Where I was like, okay, cool, I got it.
Everything kind of just clicked. Because if you want to like go through like the whole concept of it, Endless is about holding on to something. That's how I saw it. It's about holding on and not letting go, and Blonde is about letting go.
Yeah. Starting over all from... Or starting anew altogether.
Because it's kind of like he's in... Because Blonde, it just sounds like all the tracks he's in the process of letting go of something, you know? And apparently, there's that one song, one of my songs I'm really just my shit is Pink and White, that has Beyonce on the vocals in the background.
She ain't even saying words. She's
just harmonizing, you know? And... Frank Ocean did his shit on that. Like, that was one of my favorite tracks on there. You know,
Skyline 2.
Oh yes,
the one that has the distorted vocals by Kendrick.
Oh yeah, Kendrick was on there. Yeah, he only did like the little ad libs and shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was cool, and it was solo, like the first version, not the reprise. We'll get to that. That's gonna lead into something else.
Siegfried, I really like.
What was that? I only listened to it. Like,
I gotta go back to it and re-listen to it, but I just know from the sounds of everything, I really liked it.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah, and then the last part, the last album, Futura. Oh, I like Godspeed. Godspeed really, like the whole album itself. It like. Pretty much, he might.
If you're expecting that Channel Orange sound, it's gonna take a while.
It's not a summer album. Channel Orange was a summer album. Nostalgia Orange was a fall album. This album, along with Endless, it's more of a fall winter-ish album.
Yeah, so it's gonna take some time, but give it time.
Yeah,
don't
rush because there's no other albums that are gonna come out. Oh, well, I'll get to that as a part later. Yeah, but no other really albums are gonna come out that really matter to this point, unless your name is a Jay-Z or Beyonce or Kanye. But at this point, well, Beyonce already dropped, but
Kanye's supposed to drop part 2.
He ain't dropping nothing. Just be real. Anyway, only person we gotta wait for is Hove, but that's maybe. That's a big ass maybe.
Maybe Justin Timberlake drops out of nowhere.
Yeah, everyone wants to drop albums out of nowhere, but what I like about Frank Ocean, because everyone was all just getting so irritated with him for not dropping albums. Like, how long did it take? How long did these albums take? 4 years?
First of all,
but how long did they take?
They took 4 years, but first of all, one thing people need to understand is Frank never said anything.
Nothing. He only gave you that little Tumblr post, and he said July 2015. That probably was his original plan, maybe, but he never specified. He never confirmed.
Probably got fed up with people asking him, so he was like, "Well, I'll make you wait."
Well, not even that. He probably didn't listen to nobody. He went on his own time. He made what he wanted.
Well, that's the point. Like, you gotta understand. A while ago, took like Michael Jackson, what, 3 and 4 years?
I was about to lead into that. Like when after Thriller came out, it was when did Thriller come out? 84.
Thriller came out
85.
Nah, 84.
Yeah, then Bad came out in 87.
Yeah.
84, 85. That's 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the tour, he did the stuff with his brothers, but he was very, very quiet. And people were probably getting irritated. And after Bad, Dangerous came out like, what, 3 years later? Another wait?
91.
91? No. Bad came out
Bad came out 87.
And then Dangerous came out in 91, 92. And, like, you know, he took his, like, Michael took his time. And Justin Timberlake, Future Sex Love Sound, that came out, what, 2 or 3 years after Justified?
Thriller came out in 1982, so it took 5 years.
5 years for Bad to come out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and artists take their time to drop an album, you know. But then, I did say this shit the other day. You know, Dr. Dre, come on. When did 2001 come out? 1999?
99.
And 2015 was when he dropped Compton?
You know a funny thing about that? We could probably do an episode about this later on. I have a correlation with Dr. Dre's discography to the Godfather trilogy.
Yeah, you told me about this scenario.
So it's funny because from the time of 2001 all the way to Compton, it's the same amount of years that it took between Godfather 2 and Godfather 3.
Yeah.
And obviously when you hear it, it's not the same standards as the previous two, but it still holds weight on its own.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, maybe we get into that. Like, I have a whole...
But, yeah, I get you. But the process is, like, good artists take their sweet time. Like, how long did it take for, after Good Kid, Mad City? How long did it take? 2.5 years? And good artists take their sweet time. They don't just shit out albums.
You can't rush
greatness.
Yeah, you can't rush quality art.
Quality art. Like, Beyonce, how long did it take for, what? After this Beyonce, how long did it take Lemonade to come out?
She honestly has an average of 2.5, 3 years herself. I mean, she dropped Dangerously in Love in 2003, and then B-Day didn't come out until 2006.
She takes her time. Well, she was still Destiny's Child after Dangerously in Love.
Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, so you do that, and then, you know,
and then
rising relationship with her and Jay-Z. But, I mean, so she did that, and then dropped the third. I can't even think of the third one. The Sasha Fierce album.
That was trash. That album was trash. B-Day was her best work.
2008, and then it was 4 in 2011.
Yeah, but like...
And then Beyonce came out, the self-titled
2013. And this one didn't come out to 2015, this year.
Yeah.
Shit. So
she takes time.
She takes her sweet time. All good artists take their sweet time. When you see people that are shitting out singles, shitting out mixtapes, you know, every year.
Honestly, it's because they don't trust themselves as artists. It's very. Well, let me rephrase that. It's very rare where an artist has complete trust in what they do to drop that much. I mean, we can speak for Crit. We can speak for Logic. You know, guys that drop something every year. Yeah. But even when speaking about Crit and Logic, they don't just go for singles. Like, they have quality projects that drop. When we talk about people dropping damn near every day, we're talking about these little whack C-list cats that somehow made it on these XXL freshman lists.
Look, because it's just the hype, the social media hype. That's all it really is at the end of the day. Yeah. Just the social media hype and what everyone says and all this other crap. So... just is what it is. But with Frank Ocean, I can't even rate this album yet. But I just know
I won't rate it.
He's gonna get them Grammy nominations.
I will not rate.
Oh, you know he's getting them Grammy. You know the Grammys are gonna be fire next year.
Yeah, so far the ratings and the reviews have been
because those are the rush reviews, man. I can't even read those because the album hasn't even.
No, I'm not talking about the social media ones. I'm talking about
that's what I mean. Those two, them. Because the Needle Drop already, you know the Needle Drop, right? He already dropped his review. I didn't even watch it. I'm like, damn, it took you that quick to listen to all that? Yeah, see, but then again, he listens to so much music, so he has to he has to go through that. But yeah, Frank Ocean, the Grammys are gonna be fire. You got Adele, you got Kanye, you got Beyonce, you got Frank Ocean.
Hell, you might even have Kendrick.
You might have Kendrick. The EP. Nah, he might just get the best rap nominees and shit. He's been kind of quiet.
Just off an EP though.
He might just win it too.
Pretty impressive.
He might just win it, you know, and piss off people. Which then leads us. But there's
How about them views?
How about them apples? But there's one other track on this album that had everybody talking, and of course Frank Ocean somehow, some way, always gets Andre 3000, the one half of Outkast. He's on that When I Feel Like It. When I feel like it, I could rap my damn ass off. When I feel like it.
One of Andre's When I Feel Like It's includes when Frank Ocean calls him.
Yeah, when Frank Ocean, Frank Ocean just called his ass or something?
I mean, that's what it looks like at this point. It's either when I feel like it or when I get the call from Frank.
When I get a call from Kanye or Frank or whatever, I'll just show up when I feel like it.
Yeah.
And he showed up on the reprise of Solo. And it wasn't just how 3K was rapping. He was just... Man, it's like sometimes I don't even want to speak. I just want him to keep rapping. But it wasn't just how he was rapping. He sounded fed up. He sounded very fed up of how hip hop is being treated and how he's been rapping his ass off. It just, I don't know, because I remember I sped this verse back like hella times. Frank was not right to put this towards the end of the album because he knew people were going to keep running that shit back. You know? But if we could just skip to the last, the few bars. Oh, you just want to let him keep rapping? Well, I don't want, the copyrighted people just taking this shit down. But so let's stop right there. Let's rewind that one more time. So
20 years in.
Let me hear. I want y'all to hear that one more time.
I'm humming and whistling to those not deserving. I stumbled and lived every word. Was I working just way too hard?
No, that's not what he said. He said,
looking at the other kids with astonishment while I'm on punishment, watching the summer come close to an end. After 20 years in, I'm so naive, I was under the impression that everyone wrote their own verses. It's coming back different, and yeah, that shit hurts me. I'm humming and whistling to those not deserving.
So, what he just said? What did he just say?
In not so many words, he's been in the game 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. Mm-hmm. And let's lead into this real quick. Because I just want to get, because I know where this is going to go.
Before we go into this, Karina, this counts. This does not count to the bet. I can talk about it on the podcast. I have not tweeted about it. Okay.
This just goes because I know there's going to be some. There's going to be some Drake stands in their feelings, and they're going to try this. Andre 3000 is irrelevant.
They can't
He's
say
a
that.
nobody. He wishes he had Drake's career. Let's put an end to this right now. Andre 3000 is part of one of the greatest acts in music, period. Just how happens to be a hip-hop act. Mm-hmm. All right? He is a part of the first hip-hop act and only hip-hop act to win Album of the Year.
Speak on it.
The only one. There is no other one. So when you're the only one, why the hell would you want to be somebody else? Why?
Why? How, Craig?
How?
How, Sway?
They have one of, I think, 8 or 9 albums out of hip-hop total that have diamond status.
Eminem's the only one with the most, but,
Eminem, Pac are tied for the most.
Yup.
So,
see, he's on our TV right now.
So why would... Again, I'm just bringing that up because I know it's coming, and y'all don't make no kind of damn sense. Get out your feelings, all right? Look at life through non-biased scopes.
That they can't. Those fans can't. So what?
No, it's not that they can't. They choose.
They choose not because they want to refuse. But what I'm trying to say is that Andre 3000 is sick of the fuck shit. He's getting tired. Like, he doesn't understand how... I thought back in the day, writing lyrics is like the best thing to do. Am I just going too damn hard? Because now you guys are just praising these big-ass rappers right now. Or artists, pop stars like a Drake or Aubrey Graham. Yeah. And it's also like, if you've noticed for the past, like, few months or whatever, when all these big-time rappers, like the heavyweights, the veterans, when they ask about Drake, they say the same shit. They respect him. They respect everything that he's done for hip-hop and shit. But at the end of the day, they can't respect him as a lyricist since he doesn't write his shit. No. They can't respect that. No matter what you say, a big asterisk is gonna be by his name, and you all can always say, it's okay, it's all about the music, it doesn't matter if people write their lyrics. I remember somebody even told me, oh man, it was in this group chat. Someone said straight up, if ghostwriters brought us Drake, maybe we should have more ghostwriters.
Okay.
Bring us other rappers like Drake. Like, what? You want some fake shit like that to go on in hip hop right now? Like and also which also leads us into Drake more. It's almost like I could say all the shit in the world, but I've said it countless times over and over and over again. And it's just gonna fall on deaf ears. But what happened over this weekend when he was in Philadelphia? I started seeing what was going on. Social media is slowly turning on the boy. They're slowly turning on him.
Drake, stay in your lane, dude. Just
sell the records.
Sell the records for the women, man. Be the pop star that you want to be, and that you know that you are. Just we'll all celebrate that if you just stay in your lane. This tough guy stuff. I'm watching the damn music video right now, and he got a bandana on. You're not that. You weren't even tough in your TV show. You got shot and put in a wheelchair.
Couldn't even get hard either. Pause.
Pun intended.
Nah, it's just crazy just seeing all this shit go down. And you're going to go in Philadelphia and you're going to go on stage and you're going to diss Meek Mill, a man who's on probation, and you're going to diss him and call him a pussy and said, I ain't never scared of you. And then after that, you couldn't go to no clubs because Meek Mill's people had your shit off, like blocked off and shit like that. So you just went on home and hid behind Jay Prince. No offense, Jay Prince.
Nah, Jay Prince is OG.
He's an OG, but he hid behind him.
There's a reason why Drake wasn't touched in Philly. It ain't got nothing to do with Drake's record sales.
But also,
it's got everything to do with Jay Prince's presence.
Can we just talk about but Meek has to catch some of the slander too, like his bodyguards going on fucking Snapchat saying they're gonna whoop his ass.
Oh, I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw they went on Snapchat and they were talking about how they were hella offended and they were gonna beat his ass when they go in the club and shit like that. And
I mean that you just giving police evidence at that point.
No, because they went on Snapchat.
Well, I mean you're still giving them, if something were to happen, all they gotta do is go to Snapchat and find out. Okay, this is why you got beat up.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, yeah, I get it, but I mean,
that was just stupidity.
Like, come on, man, you get up on stage in this man's hometown,
and you're gonna
do
you
that,
didn't think
and
nothing was gonna happen. And
everybody is
they're cheering.
For Drake.
Your fans are cheering.
Yeah, and everybody's
but the
for
street
Drake.
Niggas
and
are out there
just
waiting for you.
At this point, it's how do you tell a man just let it go when the aggressor keeps going at it and keeps bringing it up
and keeps performing the song over and over again.
Like at some point,
at one point, Nas did perform Ether a lot, but he kind of calmed down at some point because he knew, the damage is already done. We are 1 year into this shit, and Drake is still performing back to back over and over and over. I mean, hey, it was on the top 10. The fans will love it, but dude, the tour is over with. Meek Mill's not traveling with Nicki no more. He's still with Nicki. Like, the tour is over. Is that your girls' tour, your world tour?
You lost your friendship with Nicki as a result of this.
Pretty much.
And we know you're heartbroken about that. Like, you can try to play it off all you want. We know you're heartbroken about that.
Don't even be surprised if Nicki disses his ass.
Hey, man, at this point, I'm just saying stay in your lane.
Well, that's all
everybody likes nice R&B Drake. That's who we like. But we don't want this hard. That's why I didn't like that trash-ass album.
What, V's is trash now?
No, not that one. The one before that.
If you're reading this,
I didn't like that because he was presenting himself as something that he clearly was not. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying it. You're not going to fool me.
And it's kind of slowly, like you're starting to hear more rappers are coming out and just kind of sending little sub-shots. First, come on now.
It's the same thing with this damn...
Like Andre 3000.
King of the Sixes EP that's supposed to drop. It makes no sense to me. I mean, I know why he's doing it. The fans may not know why he's doing it, but I clearly know why. He's going for the street cred.
Mm-hmm. He thinks if he can do a mixtape with Future or Gucci Man and all these other street niggas, his street cred's going to be good. But he didn't even do all that shit.
But your street cred's not good when you don't put... So that's one thing, like, I'm not even from the streets. I'll never claim to be from the streets. Mm-hmm. But even I know the rules of the streets.
You know the code, bruh.
You don't... Your money and your fame and your success don't dictate how people view you in the streets. You can still be touched.
Chris Brown even knows that.
More so than others just because you're kind of taunting it in people's faces. Mm-hmm. YG talked about it on Still Brazy.
Or Don't Come to L.A.
Yeah, and they pretty much... They talked about everybody trying to romanticize and make Hollywood of the street life. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no reason why Drake, a quote-unquote nice guy on record who's had his heart broken millions of times by two women.
And he goes on record by saying it was his fault.
Yeah, should be on a record where Gucci's talking about flipping birds.
You feel me? It doesn't make... And then he's going to be hard.
And I'm extremely biased against that because I like Gucci. I wouldn't even call Gucci a guilty pleasure. Like, I actually enjoy listening to Gucci Mane records.
And you gotta
I've been
remember,
a Gucci fan for
you also
forever.
got to remember, like, Drake
I was a Gucci fan before it was cool to be a Gucci fan. You know what I mean? Back when I was a Boozy fan before it was long cool to be a Boozy fan. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, stop it. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay out of Tory's lane and stay in your lane.
See, and it's not gonna help, dog. Drake's gonna keep doing that. He's gonna keep selling regardless. But sooner rather than later, it's gonna catch up to him. Rather people,
if he didn't catch that lesson from when Diddy smacked him, I don't know what it's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be worse.
And then people are gonna look around like, why did this happen?
Why did this happen to him?
Well, you were cheering him on. You were making him feel like he was untouchable.
And he fell into that trap, man.
Anybody can be touched, dude.
Yeah, that's Pac. Well, Pac had to ask for it, kind of.
I mean, it is what you can egg it on, but one thing that also bothered me about this whole situation is that Drake almost started an internal Philly beef with AR-Ab, and some stuff possibly could have went down, and Drake would have been nowhere to be found around in Philly.
He could have brought AR-Ab on stage with him, but he didn't even do that.
He don't bring his OVO artists on stage with him. What makes you think he was gonna bring AR-Ab?
That's true. You know, so
come on, man. Division has the best album dropped on OVO this year,
sadly.
And we don't even. There's few people who know what Daniel.
I mean, they do look
Daly's
like his
face is.
He's putting his face on Instagram now. He's showing his face.
Well, because he finally realized that being OVO ain't what it's cracked up to be. This isn't the dream that they sold.
Oh, please, man. It is what it is. Shout out to Weeknd. And Bryson Tiller, all them. But yeah, like it is what it is, man. Like I honestly, and now I'm starting to see it now because I'm looking on social media and the tide is the shift is slowly starting to happen. Slowly.
About time people open up their eyes.
And it's not, and you're kind of seeing it's like the separation of the real niggas and fans. So
yeah,
sometimes I don't even have much to say. I mean, we went on a whole tangent about this, but it is what it is. So yeah, so we can move on for a minute. We could talk about gossip. Some shit went down. Ivana probably would have known, but I didn't really pay attention.
I thought you were gonna tell me what went down.
No, I don't know what went down because Ivana catches up with all the gossip and shit like that. So.
Did Wayne try to drop Carter 5 this week or something?
I don't know. But Drake brought him out at the Philly show. No. Well, that was about it. But what's going on with sport? The Olympics happened.
I did not watch one else. Well, we probably watched a little bit of the Olympics just because of our schedule. Mm-hmm. If you ever have the chance to watch the Olympics by some amazing feat with pro athletes, it's the funniest thing ever.
How so?
It's the greatest thing ever. So we were at the breakfast table, and Crabtree and I were just like, first of all, we're watching rugby, and we were confused at how this works.
They have Olympic rugby?
Apparently so. Like, we were watching it, and we were, like, confused because we still didn't know how to keep the point totals. So we kept trying to throw out theories, and then we finally just gave up, and we left the cafeteria. And then one of the final days was the women's shot put, and then they were showing track. Oh, yeah. And then they're showing videos on track and field, or the track meets. And so we're watching that, and it's some of the funniest stuff you could ever think of just watching with athletes. I won't go into detail, but it's funny.
Oh, shout out to Usain Bolt. Shout out to all the black folks that are in the Olympics. Black excellence. Look at Gabby Douglas and what was the other? Simone. What's her name? Simone. We're going to call her Simone. I forgot her last name. But everyone, all of the track meets, everybody, black excellence all around. So, white America, can you stop killing us so we can give you guys more gold medals? How about that?
Man, I think it's hilarious how Gabby Douglas, a 20-year-old kid, I say kid,
could get slandered for
got slandered for simply not putting her hand on her heart when we know that plenty of pro athletes don't put their hands on their hearts during the national anthem. Yeah, and her edges, and she gets called out for this. But then we have Ryan Lotch, whatever his name is.
Ooh.
A 32-year-old man who is given sympathy.
Oh yeah, can we talk about that shit? Oh, hoe ass, stupid ass nigga.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's white privilege at the extreme. You gonna try and lie about about getting robbed in Brazil, Because Brazil's already going through some slack about how the Olympics were getting treated, and you're going to lie about it because your ass got drunk, and you're going to say you got held up by gunpoint, and then you're going to leave your fucking teammates while you go back to America, and then they all snitched on you.
Yeah.
And just because of that, you lost all your damn endorsements.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you lost all your damn endorsements. Ooh, you lost your fucking Speedo endorsement. Ooh. Oh, you were crying to Matt Lawler. Ooh. Like the video's on right now, and it's just it's just like the funniest shit in the world. Oh, even though they got that from the what's it called, the Taro shit. Ooh, get
I don't
him.
care where they got it from. That was one of the dopest things. I'm still laughing that Funk Flex put it in when his ran on Drake.
Oh my!
And then when he used against him, you don't know what that is because you're not from the streets.
Ooh. Oh, my boy Mel's, he was at SummerSlam and he said that when John Cena put the AJ Styles to the STF, someone behind him went, "Ooh!"
We did that, so Busby
shit.
came over my place to watch SummerSlam, and then after a while, when we just saw a big move, we just yelled it out.
Ooh!
And it spiced up SummerSlam because SummerSlam was complete garbage and trash.
It wasn't that trash.
It was garbage.
Go back to the Bagger's Corner. You'll hear my review for it.
It was garbage.
Ooh!
So we had to find a way to keep it entertaining. So every time we saw a big move, it was,
ooh! Oh shit! But Ryan Lotch, you stupid mother! You the dumb motherfucker of the week. That's
Pretty
what
much.
you are. You are the dumb motherfucker of the week. So
actually, he's both.
big hoe ass nigga and dumb ass motherfucker of the week.
That's a first.
Damn, you won the title. Those are your gold medals, homie. Stupid motherfucker and
he is
hoe ass nigga of the week.
He is officially the JaVale McGee of the Illogical Sense podcast.
Shit, we're gonna make a post for you, bruh. Hoe ass. Ooh! So then, let's see what else has been going on with preseason. My Niners won. Who gives a fuck? It's just preseason. It's just preseason. Oh yeah, did you hear about my my little decoration I made?
Yeah, if Chip Kelly somehow gets you guys to the NFC title game, you will write out a formal and sincere apology to Jed York.
Exactly. But until then, it's fuck you, Jed York. Ooh!
My lord. Such vulgarity.
Ooh!
Oh, did you hear what happened with Jim Harbaugh?
What did he do now? Did he make a ooh video?
I wish. That'd have been he would have became the GOAT after that. I wish. But I think it was either the AD or the president of Michigan just came out and said, "Oh, Jim Harbaugh was worth every single penny that we gave him." And then it showed a statistic that they have 90 million, or not 90 million, I'm sorry, 90,000 tickets sold for the season. And the revenue has gone up 14% from 2014. I know. I'm sorry. I know.
Fuck you, Jed York. Whole ass nigga. Why'd you have to tell me that?
Oh, because it came up on my notifications. I thought it came on yours because it was on the ESPN app or the Bleacher Report app.
Can we talk about power now?
Not yet. Today's Kobe's birthday.
Go ahead, talk about your boy.
Kobe Bean Bryant, a.k.a. Black Mama. This is the first time I'm celebrating his birthday, and he's not going into a season. I lightweight feel depressed about it, but I watched some highlights today.
Made yourself feel better and went, ooh!
Oh, it was awesome. My favorite one I watched today was Game 6 of the 2010 Western Conference Finals. When y'all think Steph Curry was putting up crazy shots, I dare y'all to go watch them highlights. He was putting up stuff that just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense how it was going in. He would have a hand flying across his face and another one was going into his face, and the ball still managed to go in. It was ridiculous.
Ooh.
But happy birthday. Kobe turned 38 today.
Damn.
And then one of the dopest things that was announced was that the city of Los Angeles has now declared August 24th National Kobe Bryant Day. So if you don't know the significance of that, 8/24, he started his career off at number 8, ended his career at number 24. So in retrospect, Kobe gets 48 hours of praise and celebration. Starts with his birthday, which is August 23rd, and then he now will have the first inaugural Kobe Bryant Day starting tomorrow.
Okay.
And yeah, awesome. And then he also had a $100 million investment fund. You just passing out money. Just here you go. Here, take it.
He saved his
take
money.
Take that. I think one of the best ones I heard that investments they did was he invested in an education system where kids in China could get a North American education experience via satellite or something like that.
Yeah. Good for him.
So he's diversifying his bonds in more ways than one.
Oh yeah, Madden came out.
I still need to pick it up.
Why are you gonna pick it up, bro?
It's my first time in a couple of years. I've heard the gameplay's gotten better. Shout out to big bro Jason, because Jason, he confirmed it. They got rid of that arcade-ish kind of feeling to it.
What do you mean arcade-ish?
Well, the linebackers actually move like linebackers.
So they're slow kind of now?
Well, no, it's like, how linebackers would just literally move side to side.
Yeah.
Well, they move like linebackers now. They have the arm coordination. They move like regular people. So they fixed up the arcade.
Took them that long to figure that out?
Yeah.
How long has the PS4 been out?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't have
Xbox,
a PS4.
or the Xbox Ones, like the new generation games. How long has that all been out? And they're just now, and they're just now doing that. They're just now figuring out how to use whatever.
They still don't even have all their tattoos, so
because they probably need rights for it. I heard that's why they didn't have Kaepernick put it on his tattoos.
Yeah, but I don't understand why that's a big deal when NBA 2K
does it like nothing.
Yeah,
it's not like we have
WWE does it like nothing too.
Exactly, it takes hella time, but still, I don't know.
Get it together. I've been on record, and a few other people have been on record. EA Sports just needs to give up the rights to
give it back
2K.
to 2K. Give it back to 2K. Let them share it. Madden and 2K.
No, they just need to. Well, first of all, they need to give up the damn rights to NBA Live. They just don't even give up the rights. Just ban it. Mm-hmm. Just trash the division. They don't need it anymore. Mm-hmm. You're getting worked
badly. No one plays.
You need to stop focusing on that, and you need to get together and work on another fight night. I'm tired of waiting. All right, I'm tired of hearing about buku games and boo-boo games. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Get to working on Fight Night 5.
Shit, I remember when I played Madden. I had like the last Madden game. I forgot which one it was, but I haven't played a game in like 2 or 3 years. And my boy, who was on Twitter, he wanted to play because he said he always played me on 2K. And he always whooping my ass on it because I'm not a basketball guy like that. Mm-hmm. But I had Madden. I just bought it. He said he just bought it. He said he was hella practicing because he got it before me, so he thought he could take me. So I'm like, all right. So I haven't played a game in 2 or 3 years. Used my Niners. He used the Patriots. Somebody. I whooped his ass 21-7. And then I called him. And I said it was just to let you know, I haven't played Madden in 3 years. And the controls are the same. The defense is the same. Everything is pretty much the fucking same. So I'm not gonna be surprised about how it all looks in the end of the day because it's fucking Madden. So that's Madden. So let's talk about power.
Oh boy.
I
wasn't here for the last few. I've been excited.
Oh yeah, well Yvonne is too hipstered out about power now.
Oh, it feels like let me tell you something. When episode 5 ended, it felt like Christmas in July.
Oh yes,
I got my wish.
Oh yeah,
and they didn't make me wait till the end of the season. I was so happy with how episode 5 ended.
How he choked that bitch too, man.
Oh man, I'm never one to condone domestic violence in any situation, but
Holly had
she had to go.
She had to go, bro.
The culture was calling for it. Sorry, Holly. You were a great actress, but you had to go.
She knew she had to go.
We knew you should have gone when you stole Tasha's earrings.
Oh my
That's when the countdown really started. You was just here buying time.
Can we talk about how Tasha is slowly coming into that loyalty? Like,
look, man, I hated Tasha the first season.
We all did.
And slowly but surely, she's now become
the most loyal, down-ass bitch of the whole fucking series.
Has.
Because Angie's I'm gonna say this one more. I'm gonna say this again. If I see one more sex scene between Ghost and Angie, I swear to God, I'm tired of seeing the same old sex thrust and how she's looking, them little itty bitty mini medium ass titties of Angie. Like, I'm tired of seeing it. Like, we get it. How long have you guys always fucking hotel rooms, or were they in an apartment now, right?
Well, they're in their apartment now.
Whatever.
Well, it's not their apartment no more.
Oh, whatever.
He
man.
gone.
He gone. It's just, it's like so annoying to me now, and it's like she's annoying. It's like both of them are annoying. Someone's gonna die.
But let's get to the episode, man.
Oh yeah, let's get to this.
It felt so good to see Tommy and Ghost.
Oh yeah, Tommy and Ghost finally.
Look, man. There's blood family, and then there's family. Mm-hmm. All right, Tommy and Ghost should never be a part. Those are brothers.
Yeah, brotherhood. Oh yeah,
they're brothers.
Oh yeah.
So it was nice to see them back together and working on a common goal, which was to kill Lobos. That whole action scene of them doing the breakout.
Oh yeah,
my goodness.
Oh yeah,
it was wonderful. It was straight out of a Michael Bay film.
It was
awesome.
And then they killed him, and you thought that was it.
Do you think he's dead?
They shot him in the face.
No, they shot him twice in the chest.
He dead. That nigga dead.
I say it's 75-25.
No, he's not. No, 50. If they brought back Kanan, and then he has to deal with that his bodyguard.
Well, see, that's the thing. They did allow Kanan to come back.
Wait, that's 50. No one gives a fuck.
So maybe they missed Lobos' heart.
Nah. James is he makes sure you're dead. He doesn't make mistakes.
Did he make sure Kanan was dead?
Well, after you see a nigga get burnt up.
Well, you still put 2 in the head.
Yeah, he could have, but But
I'm not. I hope he's dead, I'm saying I'll say it's 75-25.
I don't think they're gonna bring back
because I'm not if they end like season, because we know they're gonna be there for at least a 5th season. Yeah, if they end season 4 with like Lobo staring at a screen or something like that,
I doubt
and be like, ha. I told you. But I knew that damn bodyguard was more than just a bodyguard.
Because when he showed up and saved Ghost, it was just like, holy shit, he saved him. And then but then when we found out who he really was.
Milan, the face eater.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness.
Told his ass straight, why didn't you kill me? Oh, you worth more than alive. Why would I kill you? Oh my
goodness. And what did he do? He said, you gonna sell drugs from me.
Pretty much.
You back in the game.
Back in the game. Back in the game.
Oh, you're back, dog. You're back.
He can't escape. And like this show, I mean, it's like every episode, the tension gets higher and higher. So it's kind of like, at this point
in the game,
where do you go?
Well, but at this point in the game, don't you dare bring up no damn Empire around.
Because no, those are 2 different TV shows.
I'm just tired of people saying, well, Empire's just as good.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not just as good.
After 1 season, they were done.
It's a coon show.
It really is. The first season, it was good.
It's sad because you have Taraji P. Henson, who actually is a good actress.
Very good. Terrence Howard is a really good actor.
Yeah.
Everyone on there is pretty damn good.
Everybody is good, and they bring value in their own personal ways. But them damn storylines, man, that's
the show jumped the shark in the 2nd season. It literally jumped the shark. I knew it was going to jump the shark.
I have not watched since the finale of the first season.
I know. I stopped after. My mom still watches it, but even she gets annoyed of it. Like, she be texting me like, I don't want to watch this shit no more. Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah. Me and Ivana talked about it last week. It's like the same shit. I'm kind of tired of talking about it or watching it.
I'm gonna just say it one last time. I don't want to hear nothing about Empire's just as good or Empire's better. No, it's not.
It never was. It never was. Because but soundtrack is pretty dope for Empire, kind of. Whatever. It's like a ghetto ass Glee.
Yep.
It's pretty much what it is. It's an urban Glee. So shit. That's pretty much it is what it is. But Power, I don't know where they're going with it. Like, I just feel it's like at a rising tension, and I hope they don't book themselves into a corner.
I think they got smart writers.
I hope they just have an end game. That's what I want about series. Like, TV shows need to have an end game. They have to. Like,
I feel like at the end of season 5, everybody gonna die like it's Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it has to be. I think season 5 is gonna be the last season. They cannot stretch this much longer.
If they go a 6th season, oh my goodness.
I would be shocked. I think that would be the least season, because always the final season of thriller type TV shows, those are kind of the most tense, because everything's
what's going in. Yeah,
you know what's coming. Something's coming to end, so that means all bets are off. Everyone gonna die.
Yeah,
or someone's gonna live, or just main players are gonna die. I know Tommy's gonna go. He's going.
Unfortunately,
he has to die. Ghost, he's gonna. I don't know.
If Ghost dies, it's in the last episode.
We're already thinking about the finale, but it just is what it is.
Because that's how good this series is.
It is.
Shout out to 50 Cent, man.
Yeah, he executive produced it, man. Well, how about that scene when he was, his shit was exposed?
I wasn't paying attention to that.
Yeah, I know I wasn't, but it just popped up out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck, bro?
No, that's why my eyes stay above waistline.
But the camera went right by it. I think I closed my eyes.
My eyes stay above waistline. I don't see none of that.
Yeah. So, you have anything else to talk about? You got anything else to say?
Anything else happen?
I don't know. Like, you got caught up with all the podcasts and shit like that. So that was pretty much. Yeah, we could talk about sports. We could talk about SummerSlam, but you can listen to the other podcast, The Baggers Corner.
We're not talking about SummerSlam on here.
Of course, you ain't gonna talk about it because you.
I'm not even like I said. I follow just enough to know, and at this point, WWE, you can watch one episode of Raw and one episode of SmackDown, and you can just wait until the pay-per-view starts, and you'll know the whole storyline.
Just go to the Baggers Corner. If you wrestling fans, Baggers Corner, me and Edgar, to listen to our wrestling talk. But for this episode, that will be episode 8. We'll see you next week. We will have a special guest. It will be very outrageous. It will probably be a really fun episode. So,
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.